Hello, everybody. Not sure if anybody is tuned in just yet. This is Simona. I'm actually going to go into the YouTube channel, see if people are actually seeing this as it's live. So just bear with me. I'm also going to start music. I believe that it is happening at this time. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, there we are. Perfect. Okay. There may be a delayed response, so I want to see if there's anybody already watching. Don't know if you're going to hear. I hope you can hear me just fine. Oh, why is that happening? Okay, let's hope that fixed it. Not sure. Again, I apologize if I apologize for the noise. I don't know where that noise is coming from. Okay. All right. I guess if the computer's too close to the phone, I hope that beeping is not showing up into also your, if it is, let me know because I will try and correct it. I don't understand what that is. I'm going to try and also play music. Okay. There we go. There's 3 people now watching. I don't know if you can actually talk or communicate with me. I think you can write a message. I keep hearing a beeping. Maybe I need to go somewhere else in the house. I don't know what that beeping is. I'm going to try and move. I think it's coming with my computer, so it has to be something that I'm doing, which is great. So I apologize. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. How's the sound? So I'm not seeing where I can write to you guys. So right now I can see your responses, but I don't know if I can write something right here. Okay. Okay, is there a sound for everybody? Yes, it's all good. Perfect. Can you hear the music in the background as well? Okay, great. I apologize again, being the first time that I'm using it. It's a little bit of doing a little bit of both at the same time. Okay, and so I appreciate everybody's input and everybody hanging in there. Again, it's just a little early, so I'm just gonna give enough time for everybody to tune in and to make sure that everybody's tuning. While we're doing this, while I'm waiting, and all of you are waiting patiently, you can actually write. Again, I wasn't sure if anybody could actually talk while I'm doing this, and I thank you all for joining. I appreciate being here. Thank you, thank you. All right, good. I'm glad that it's sounding good. I also want to say that I'm just going to take a few seconds and in bringing in connections. Not the computer connections, but our beautiful connections to spirit and to other beings. And I want to open portals and channels and grids and allow for everybody to connect beautifully to this, to tonight. So just tuning in right now, and I can feel there's a little bit of a resistance there. And so I just want to see what that is. So again, it's live. And it is just 2 minutes after 7, so I'm probably going to give it until 10 after, and then we're going to start, just because you can all view this at any point, so you don't have to be here exactly at 7 o'clock. And again, we don't need to wait 20 minutes like we usually do in person, but we're just going to do just a little bit of lapse of time. So again, I'm just setting up the grids and the connection to allow for everybody that is tuning in to be able to feel the energy. So I'm making this as a portal and bringing in both energy, both from the earth grids and the galactic grids, and bringing in together. You're going to hear me burping, as I usually do, to clear the energy of the space of any static, and connecting to your all yourselves, and every computer, and every allowing for like a pretty much it's actually like a spheric portal, so that at any point in time and any point in space that people can actually tap into and come in and find a way to really be there. Okay. All right, great. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Look at you. And hi, Diane, and that is Karna. Uh, Hello, everybody. And Joe, look at you, Joe Puty. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All right, being the first time, I feel like I'm actually quite proud of myself. I have to say, this is the first time. I'm not very techy or very savvy, so this is an accomplishment in my book. I'm quite happy. Okay. All right, Diane. Ranger, let's see. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Alrighty. So I want to also let you know that after this one, I'm going to do part 2 of the energy forecast. That I don't know who, for those who watch it, the second part is actually going to be for energy healers and energy practitioner, but anyone can really watch it. And this is going to be so that it's going to really tap more into, again, the galactic grids and the earth grids. So the information is going to be slightly different, a little more overwhelming maybe, depending upon how you feel about certain things are going to come out, and but definitely that needs to go out. So I will do that later after the meditation, and Yeah, okay, and then I will post it. So we'll just be, it will probably be live as well, but I'm not gonna post the time or whatever. Will be recorded and then it'll be posted as well. The other thing I want to say is probably going to be guided. This meditation is going to be guided for the whole time. There may be just a little bit of a pause at the end of maybe 5 minutes, no more of just quiet time with just music. If you would like to get headphones and find a space, a quiet space that you can just kind of go and go out, that would be awesome. So take the time to do that and to just get yourself ready and prepare. I can feel that there's many beings that are taking time to come in one at a time, and they're just setting up and just starting with this, just lining up for this event, which is really it's pretty cool. Okay. Is the music sound too loud for you over my voice? I don't know how. I can't hear myself the way it plays to you guys. So I need to hear some feedback about how loud is the music versus my voice and see if I need to change it one way or the other. Thank you. The background is a little too low. The background music or my voice? Karna. It's perfect for Pam. Hi, Pam. I'm very happy for you too, Karma. I'm happy too. I'm ecstatic. This is awesome. This is also awesome that you all. Sounds good to me. Okay, great. Let me know if I need to change anything volume wise. I can make the music a little bit louder or my voice louder. I think my voice is actually as loud as it can go, and the background is the one that I can also make a little bit louder. I'll probably do that when I have a quiet, when I get you guys into quiet space. So we got a few more minutes, and there's just a few. I know that not everybody's gonna just join at the same time. If anybody's having technical difficulty and not able to join, that's okay too. We're always gonna, do this later. I'm trying to actually, no, I don't want to turn my phone on. I don't know if anybody's messaging me on Meetup. I don't have my phone on, and I'm not gonna open a page to check on Meetup. So this is a better way to reach me, just to send messages here. So we just got one more minute and we're going to start. I'm getting my warnings from my people and we're going to just get started in just a minute. Okay. Alrighty. They're ready. They're just ready to go. So you know what? I'm just going to get going as well, because I think that all is well and it's going to be fine. If you feel like, it's the beautiful thing about this, and anybody can just jump in at any point in the meditation. We're not going to bother anybody, right? So isn't that great? Nobody's going to hear anybody making noises, anything like that. It's beautiful and private, and you get your time. So let's get going. I want to talk a little bit about the pyramid of love, and what it means, and what it's going to do for you, for any one of you. It's going to actually be built in layers. We're going to be bringing in different energy that will build a pyramid in layer that would allow for you to tap into a beautiful space for yourself where healing is going to be provided. I was given information where we're going to be going quite deep into an issue and bring it up into the surface. So again, this is a guided meditation. It's going to be guided for most of the time. You're going to hear my voice most of the time and only probably have 5 minutes on your own time. If you find that you're going to be taken and you're going to go off on your own and you're going to start daydreaming or taking your own journey, please be my guest. That's perfect. That's exactly how this is supposed to work. You don't have to follow my voice the whole time. It's just there for to provide to those that need that little bit of a push. So let's just all take a nice deep breath and let's get going. This is a little different than what we usually do. So let's just start with a nice deep breath. And I feel that I need to point right away that there's going to be a nice strong pressure on your forehead, on your third eye. And we're going to connect with our beautiful beings and all our angelic guides and any guides that is out there. And I can see that there is a stream of light coming from both the third eye, the back, and the sides, and it's creating a beautiful halo in a spiral that is going out, growing outwards this way. And this is for everybody. So we're just going to allow for, yep, there we go. It's going to be a little bit painful. If you feel pain, that's okay. Just take a breath. It's very quick. This is just, it's almost like an antenna in order to connect ourselves to the higher realms. So go ahead and just allow yourself to have this antenna. Okay, great. All right, feels like we're just about done with that. And now I would like for all of you to think of who you want to connect specifically. If there is a being that you like the most, you would like for this being to be with you tonight. This can be anything from angelic beings, galactic beings, masters, but also people that have already passed on, and that they had a meaning for you in this life. So it could be family members, could be ancestral, beings, could be elementals, could be dragons, anything that you find valuable, that you would like to have this journey with. Feel free to take a second or just a few seconds to connect with that entity, with that energy, and bring it forth as your guardian for this trip, for this journey. And as we often do, we're just going to do a quick clearing. And I like to call on Archangel Metatron to do a quick clearing because it's one of the quickest one and gets all our vibration really beautiful and into a great space. So we're just going to call in on Archangel Metatron, which is stepping in right now. And Archangel Metatron is going to start from the very top, coming down, and we're going to start clearing our chakra, our crown chakra, connecting all the higher chakras to the crown chakra, your third eye, going down into the ears, your throat, your chin. We're just going to get rid of the throat. Going down into the shoulder, into the heart, the higher heart. And you will feel this energy as if it's coming down and, flooding you with energy, and may feel like pressure. As you know, I am connected to you, even though we're not in person next to one another. I am very much connected to each one of you, and even those that will connect in the future. So I can feel that there is stuff that needs to be clear around the heart center, especially right here. So the lungs, and I'm pointing to the upper chest. So both the throat and the lungs part, which is also, this is where often we hold our angers and our resentments. So there may be just some stagnant anger, resentment just sticking right here to the upper part of the chest, and just gonna, so that you can see where it's pointing. So here's the collarbones, and the sternum starts just about here, and so it's just this area right here. So it's very up high. Oftentimes we get anger and resentment stuck right there. Okay, so we're clearing that. We're going to go under the armpits too. We're going to clear that area because there's energy that gets stuck. If you feel like putting your arms up, you can do that at this time. You can keep it nice and quiet and still as you may be lying down, which is great to do so. I'm going to go down into the sternum, past the sternum, down into the solar plexus area, which is above the belly button. Clear that area now. Okay, lots of stuff there. Great. I'm going to go past the solar plexus down into the sacral. All right, so there is a process that was already started We're all connected to the earth grid, and they're asking me to mention this, so we're clearing a lot about other people as well. So afterwards we're going to do a little bit of a cleansing or of separating our energy with others, so that we're not necessarily carrying on other people's burdens, especially the whole world, since we're connecting to that energy. Because the pyramid of light that we're building, of love, I'm sorry, it really is going to be like a beacon, not just for ourselves, but it's also going to be a beacon for others. And it's going to be, as we're building it for ourselves, we're building it for the whole world as well. And it's going to have many exit points throughout the whole world. So it's really supposed to help with bringing a much stronger love field around the whole world, which I think we all need it, and especially with the way things are right now, it is probably one of the best things that we can do to help ourselves. Because I don't feel that, I don't want to go into politics, but with the governments the way they are, or the way things are being run, we need some outside help, and the best thing we can do is this kind of thing. So the purpose of doing this is also for the world as well. Okay. All right, great. So we're just going to go down into the root chakra. And at this point, because it is a little bit more thick as an energy and a little stuck, we want you to see yourself as if you're swimming in a water that is kind of thick water that is red like ruby, and maybe even darker than that for you. Just see yourself swimming in this water. Move the water around, thinking that you are the light, and you bring in light into this water, so we may be seeing the water much clearer. There you go. And allow that beautiful energy to flow. And we're going to connect to the goddess Isis and Thoth. They work together, so masculine and feminine, the power of both. We're bringing it into that beautiful space of the root chakra, and we are bringing love there to begin with. This is the seed of the soul of the soul, as I see it, because as much as it's one of the darkest places and the place where the worst stuff is hidden in there and the fears are all in there, it is who we all are. And it's right there, right into the seed of our soul, which is the root chakra. When we overcome things, we overcome them first into the root chakra. So we want to bring light there. And yes, I feel everybody's doing that. And thank you for those who have just joined. Okay, great. Now we're going to move down into the hip area. I want you to focus on your hips and the femur, the bones, the actual bones, and the way it may be feeling to you, whether there may be some pain there in the lower back or the joint, the hip joint, and down into your knee or your ankle. The legs are often very ignored. We ignore our legs, although we walk on them every day. And our feet, we ask them to carry us every day, and we require a lot of these parts of our body, but yet we don't send it love. So we're just going to be sending in love, and I want you to feel as if you're putting your hands in your legs and you're actually saying, I do love you, thank you, and God bless you for carrying me and continuing to carry me in my journey, whether good or bad, and whether I want to or not, whether I have the strength or not. You still give me the ability to take each steps every day without faltering and keep moving forward. So let's bring thanks and blessings to our legs. And you see how quickly I'm clearing is because by recognizing, by just sending that very simple little bit of love to a part of our body that we may be ignoring, it's enough to really provide that beautiful release of energy that may have been stagnant there. So try and do that often, and bringing love into the lower part of your body. We oftentimes, we want to be up here. I want to be a psychic. I want to channel. I want to I want to see with my third eye. I want to experience, the galactic beautiful stuff. I want to experience the angels, but we're often forgetting of the lower part of the body, which may not be giving us that ability, but at the same time, we need that. We need for our grounding, we need for being to be connected to more of the lower vibration that are associated with some of the magical creatures, the, the I'm sorry, no, I wanted to say like the fairies, the dragons, and the elementals, and also our spirit world. So all people that have passed, they connect with us in the lower vibration, not as high as the angelic realm. Okay. Great. We're going to go down into the feet now. We're going to be connecting to the new earth, to the fifth and sixth dimensional earth. Now, some of you may not be able to feel necessarily a difference when we connect to the sixth dimensional earth. We're going to use a cord of silver and a cord of copper intertwined together from the bottom of our feet to connect to the new earth of the fifth dimensional earth and the sixth dimensional earth. So pretty much what I'm asking you to do is to connect to your future self, your consciousness that is already there, that is already into the fifth dimensional earth, into the new earth, and the sixth dimensional earth. You may feel pressure in your third eye at this time because it does require our consciousness, which is always starts from here, to just go up and connect to that. Great. Thank you. That's beautiful. So now, right now, you're like in space. You're like a space cadet. You actually are all connected, all ready to go, and we're ready to go. I want you to check that you have the person that you've chosen to be with you. If you don't have one, you can use a spirit animal. And I like dolphins for this one because they're showing up. So we're going to get on our dolphins, or whoever is that showed up. Let's go on our journey. Let's start. We're ready. We're primed. And this process was to raise our vibration and to clear and to open ourselves to receive the energies. We can't just go on a journey without preparing our body to take in whatever energy we're going to be experiencing. So we're going to get on our spirit animal and start that journey. And I want you to see yourself flying through space on your spirit animal. And we're going to get to the first dimension. And I don't mean number one dimension, but the first dimensional space that we're going to be interacting with tonight. And that is through a portal. So you'll see a golden gate as you're traveling to space. There's going to be a path and a golden gate. And I want you to just go ahead and go through that gate. There you go. And go ahead, continue forward, and you're going to start noticing that the energy in there is much different. It's going to have hues of pink and light gold. You're going to get to an altar. And on this altar, you're going to see that there is going to be a bowl or an image, a picture or a mirror. Go ahead and walk towards the altar, get closer to it, and see if you can see what's inside, what's in that bowl, or the picture, or the mirror. You're going to see an image of a part of yourself, of a piece of a history, or something about a situation or a person that you're concerned about. There you go. Perfect. Good. So everybody is in there. Great. So we're going to take that image, that notion, that knowledge, that information, we're going to take it with us. So we're going to continue past the altar. We're going to come up the stairs. I want you to start going up the stairs. It's very angelic. This is an angelic realm. So there's a very angelic feel around it. We are about at the level of a 7/8 dimension, so we are close to the archangels. Yeah, beautiful. So go up the stairs. You're going to see that there is 3 beings waiting for you at the top of the stairs. They're beings of light. and they have gifts, and you're going to go up and connect to the very first one who's going to come walking towards you, and it's going to put his hands on top of you into an area that you need it, and it's going to administer healing while the other two are going to come close to each side of you. We're gonna do the first esoteric surgery, and I see them going along the spine to provide that surgery right there. We're gonna give a few seconds until I feel that they're done. Great. Feels good. Feels that we're all ready to move forward. If you need to stay there longer, you can. Again, you can go on your own journey at any point. I will continue talking for as long as they guide me through this process. You may go in and out, and that's okay. So I feel that we're getting a beautiful blessing right in this moment of graduation, of having accomplished something, having allowed the first stepping stone to have been built where our foundation of our pyramid is coming in. So we're going to move on. We're going to start going up a spiral energy. It's an energy spiral, so you're going to almost be transported up. We're going to go up into the Elohims. There we go. This is the Elohim's world, and you're going to be going through a portal that from underneath and going through this way. So the gate is going to be looking as if it's like you're sealing and you're going through it this way. So go ahead and go through that. Okay, this is a little bit of a different place. It's a little bit darker. Not because it's black, but because it's a darker blue and a darker green. And one of the Elohims is going to come closer. And they're carrying a divine light in their hands. And you'll be able to see a shimmering. You'll be able to see a very bright. And they're walking towards you with this divine light. They're going to come up to you and they're going to ask you if you're willing to carry the divine light. It's up to you to say yes or no, to take this as a job. Carrying the divine light, that means that you're carrying the light for others as well as for yourself. Go ahead and give your agreement. Great. That's beautiful. We're going to pass it on to you in a very honoring and ceremonious way, but that is a very important part of you, and if you want to, you can put it in any part of your body. My favorite parts is usually the throat, the heart, or the third eye, and depending upon where you're going to put it, it's going to act differently for you. So go ahead and there you go. Nice. Look at all of you guys. You did that quick. Very nice. Now while we're here, we're going to get some activation into our third eye, because we're going to be connecting the Elohims. They want to give us information about the world at this point. We're building our second layer. There's 7 layers, so we're building our second layer. And this is going to give us information to the Earth's grids, for what's to come, for our future. Yeah, I'm getting a warning. I apologize. So we're going to get some information coming in. Not everybody's going to like the information. We don't necessarily have to like it. And we don't necessarily may be able to see it. So I'm going to give you a minute or two of quiet time, just so that we can receive the information, and it may be in code. It may be something we may not necessarily need to know or should know, but it will be given to us anyway, so it will give us a sense of knowing. I'm just going to give a few minutes of quiet for that process. Okay, so we are ready to move on, and whatever information you got in this time, I know it's short, but we got to move on to the next level. So again, there will be a conveyor's belt. They're showing it's more going to be more of a conveyor's belt that they want you to get on, of energetic light. And this is very Arcturian-like, very blue, very shimmery, just like Arcturian light is. So Jesus is going to come in next. Beautiful light and love and beautiful being that he is. And connecting to the Arcturians. And with this one, we're building the third level. And it's no surprise, number 3 is the perfect number, the divine number. So I would imagine that Jesus comes at this point. So we are going to go ahead and just keep moving forward in this conveyor's belt. We need our bodies to just reach a certain vibration, and we're almost there. So there we go. We're perfect at this point. Great. Great, great, great. Okay. Now, Jesus is going to come in also. He's going to be putting his hand on a part of our body that needs healing. And he's going to be connecting to John of God and divine and the divine light, which is God as well. We're going to do this second esoteric surgery. This one we're going right through the throat. We're going to go up from the throat, up through the sinuses. Fix this part right here. Remove whatever may be here. You may be feeling a lot of pressure around your cheeks and your teeth, where the sinuses are. And we're going to go up into the third eye. And we're going to make sure that your third eye is actually connected to the pituitary. And he's going to be doing some surgery on the pituitary. So for those of you that are listening tonight and they're watching right now, we're actually getting an upgrade and an increase in size of the pituitary and of your third eye. We are to be moving into as much more seeing space than knowing and feeling. So they want all our third eyes to be very much more open than they are. So you may experience a little bit of a headache in the next few days if that's the case. But we are just definitely connecting that. We're also creating a rainbow bridge from the third eye to the back, connecting all the glands there that allow for both the hemisphere of the brain to communicate to each other, so that it becomes more uniform instead of two separate parts of the brain that are going to be more enmeshed and communicating. There you go. Great. Thank you for agreeing to do this. Okay, so now Jesus is going to actually be giving our encoding. For those of you that are part of those that need to receive cosmic encoding, you're going to be receiving them now. These encodings are messages, are galactic messages, so you may be prone and triggered to speak galactic language. You may be receiving information that is to do with sacred geometry. And there's some of you who are very strong connection to this. So, and there is some of you in the future who are going to be strongly connected to this. Great. All right, we're just going to move forward a little bit, and Archangel Raphael wants to step in and provide a little bit of soothing energy and healing, because it may be too much what we're doing all at once. And again, we're building a pyramid of light, so this is not an easy thing to do. It's a complex grid, and one that requires a little bit of patience. Okay, so Archangel Raphael is letting me know that it's done, and we can move up. And this one, before we're moving up, I want you to, we're going to actually check her wings. There's going to be coming angelic beings who are going to come closer, and they have a set of wings to add to our already, wings that we have right now. And they're actually putting either wings or like a stream of light and energy coming from the side of the face out as well, of our faces and our head, which is really interesting. And that connection, again, it works as if it's like an antenna as well. Just gonna let him just do that work because we need it. And it's very important that we recognize and we see our wings, and we have so many of them, and they change, they constantly change, and they constantly evolve, and they constantly, change their jobs, their duties, and what they're doing. But right now, we need them because we are going to use them to move through the next level of dimension, to go and meet the thrones. They're another set of our angels, even closer to God. Okay, for this one, we are being given a belt. So the being's going to come up to us, and they're giving us a belt. It's also, I feel, very much they want us to have our head tilted back so they can continue to work on the throat. But also, this is also when you feel that your head needs to be tilted back as an activation sign. And I feel that we're just getting activated, myself included, as we are here right now, and just bringing in more information. And with this one, we're actually connecting to the core, the very center of the earth, and we're following the path of the magnetic field to connect with all the quantum field as well of the earth, and providing healing. So we are now the heroes of the earth, and we are providing healing along the side to all the other galactic and angelic beings, to the earth, from the center out, from the poles and all the way around, following the path of the magnetic field again, and the quantum field and the grid. There is an ancient grid that was installed in Greenland. We're connecting to that one. It has something to do with England or the Stonehenge stones over there. So we're connecting to that energy. That grid there has to do with building of love, being able to actually see and perceive and feel love. Now, I don't think I've ever done that where I actually created love in a concrete way, where I can actually feel it with my hands, feel as if I feel the energy. I can sense it, I can feel it on another person, I know the emotions, but this is about actually creating it's as if you're creating a sphere of love and then being able to actually touch it. And those places, they hold the secret to that. They're ancient secrets that people used to know how to do things like that, and they're lost. Or at least they're just not in our awareness. So there's a few chosen that are now getting that awareness and that connection, and you're here for that reason. And so you're getting that information. And that's a really valuable, important thing to do. So we're almost done with that. Great. We're going to move up to our 5th layer. And this layer is brought in by Mother Mary. Mother Mary is a very high power being. She is the carrier of unconditional love. She has the torch. And so she's walking towards all of us with many torches. She's passing that torch to us and giving us that job to carry in the world the word of unconditional love and that message. And if you're willing to take that, and willing to take that job, and you're willing to be mindful of that, then go ahead and make that agreement and take that torch to carry that light for others. And we're going to connect, and thank you for doing so, because I can feel all of you did it really, really quick. We're going to connect to a grid that is actually in the very center of the Africa continent. And we're going to go, it's right below the desert, and right in the center, right in the middle of all the meridians, maybe closer to the volcano that is over there, because I can see that it's not very far from it. So we're connecting to that grid, That grid is actually in between. There is the moon and the sun in between. And then if we're going over, there is Sirian and Latwa. Latwa is another planet, and there are beings from Latwa that are coming in. They are beautiful beings of light. They're ancient beings. First time I hear that name, so I have no idea who they are. I may be pronouncing them, wrong, but it's Latwa. There you go. We're connecting to the Syrians as well. And bringing in that information, we're creating a grid and connected to that. And we need to do this to decrease the being. Let me see, you can hear my elders. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just saw that somebody couldn't hear, so I stopped for a second. Anyway, let me know if you can still hear me. And maybe I can get closer to the microphone if you can hear me better now. So what the purpose of doing this is to provide the connection and to decrease the turmoil, especially the perceived turmoil of what we think is going on. And again, I think we're not always being given from the media the truth of what's really happening out there, and a lot of that fear keeps hanging in around us and around other people and creating falsehood. And also there's people who are not being told the truth, and the truth needs to come out. So we're doing this to bring out the truth, and this is the 5th layer. We're moving now into the 6th layer of the pyramid. And the 6th layer of the pyramid is going to be connecting to our beautiful galactic beings. This is the confederation of the galactic beings, but also is in association with the galactic beings of the Trinity. And they're just giving me the name now, so just bear with me for a second. And of the cosmic unification. So we are trying to, these galactic beings, they come in threes and they are connecting each one of us. There are actually a multitude of them, meaning that each of these groups, 3 groups of them, they are connected to many others. So they're bringing the information and the energy to each one of us. And it's very strong, very intense. So some of you are getting activated right into your heart to connect with them. These are your families, these are people, these are beings and galactic beings that you've also known in the past, and they've been around you, for some of you, since you were a child. So it's not uncommon that you will feel that that the connection to them. And they also bring a message of peace, and peace from within, and peace of ourselves. And they do have a job again, and I'm surprised that they have so many jobs for us tonight. And I didn't hear anything in that sense. But again, they have a beautiful job of carrying the peace for us, and for us to carry the peace for ourselves. All right, so they're going to be coming forward with gifts and also attunement. So do allow yourself to be attuned and to be opened up, and definitely getting a download from these beautiful beings, galactic beings. It's all safe, nothing bad. I can feel that we are all getting beautiful gifts tonight. Not all gifts are going to be unveiled tonight, but some of them will be unveiled in the future. And this 6th level of the pyramid is actually right up here to our throat. So we're going to get our 3rd, almost final. I believe our 3rd is etheric surgery. And they're actually putting a cosmos a cosmos, like a universe, right into our throats, right here. And providing this beautiful new level, new being of ourselves where information is going to be kept there and it's going to be trickled both up into our third eye and into our awareness and down into our heart and into, again, into healing. So that's a beautiful thing. And it's like having a whole universe within ourselves, which you already do in many different ways, but it's right here in the throat right now. So we're now going to do the last step, which is up to the 7th level. So we're doing the apex, the very tip of the pyramid. And this one we find all of them. We got Buddha and, up there with it. And Ganesh and Lakshmi, Kuan Yin, all the masters, all the beautiful beings are all together right there. This is quite beautiful, the site. We are at the very top and we're being honored and recognized, for having achieved and having gone all the way to the top with everybody else. I hope you can hear me still. So we're just going to receive that honoring because it's important to just be in that receiving place. And I think right here is where they want me to leave you for just a few minutes. I don't think I'm going to do 5 minutes. I'm going to do just a minute or two to just be in your quiet space. And then I'm going to bring you back out. I'm going to start that now. Okay, we're gonna do the descent because we're gonna be coming down, bringing you guys back out. And as we are descending, we're also disconnecting from all the beings, all the people from the world, any live being, whether it's plant, animals. Since we connected to all the earth, we're connected to all animals, and there's a lot of suffering there. There's a lot of suffering with the oceans, and so we are connected to that as well. On our descent, we get to spread both our divine light and the light of our torch of our conditional love and the light of our cosmic self through the world as we're going down, as we're coming through, coming back into this dimension. And that is so that we're getting a taste of spreading the love and seeing work done in the process and on the way out. But in the process, we're also disconnecting. And we're almost done at the bottom. It's a quite fast way down. And before we get out, there's going to be we're going to go through the Niagara Falls. I want you to feel as if you're going right underneath the Niagara Falls or any kind of falls, any kind of shower. Mother Mary is going to be showering with us with rose oil and jasmine oil and sage oil to purify. And again, sorry, you may see me doing faces, but I feel energy and it just affects me in my expressions. But great, we're getting this beautiful, beautiful cleansing. We're going to separate ourselves from any living being, not because we're still connected in some ways, but we don't want to be disconnected, because this kind of connection can mean that you're carrying everybody's pain and everybody's suffering with you throughout the whole day, and we don't want that. So we're almost done with that. We're going to come in, Archangel Michael's going to come in, and he's going to use his sword to just kind of cut any other cord that we may have developed in the process of providing healing and love to the world. There you go. And right before we come back, we're getting right through the last door, the last portal. You're going to see there's going to be a necklace. The necklace has the representation of a pyramid. This is your necklace, your pyramid of love that you have built. And that you can do this process anytime you want to. And it may be different each time. Go ahead and put that necklace on. This is going to provide a bit of healing and soothing energy for the next few days. And whenever you're ready, come on out. Come on out of your meditation, and we are done with that, with the process. Okay. I don't think, because unfortunately we can't talk back and forth, but just message in the message board. If any one of you wants to put any kind of comments of your experience, I'd be happy to answer to you. I'm going to actually stop the streaming in a few seconds. So we will be disconnecting, but again, you can leave messages of your experience if you have any questions or if you need any help, and just ask. Always connect with me. There's no problem with doing that. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you hanging out with us. This has been recorded, so it will be available for you to watch at any time. And again, it's I love that you guys join me in this beautiful venture, and I hope this was everything that you expected. Again, I would love to hear feedback, because this will determine whether we'll continue with this or not, whether you felt the energy or not, whether you were able to either visualize, or it's not that everybody has to, but at some point there has to be some kind of connection that it needed to become. I felt it all throughout, but I want to make sure that you guys do too, because this is for you. Okay, so much love to all, and I'm going to close the connection at this point and have all a beautiful night. Much love to all. Take care.